Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Typhoon Wynn, you can just call me Wynn, and this is going to be another series of Civilization 5. Now what's going to happen to the Russia campaign? We'll see. To be honest, I'm kind of losing interest in playing as Russia generally, because I played as Russia for so long, outside of my Let's Play as well. But this time, I am bringing you another game, and we are going to be playing, firstly, the map size is large, difficulty is set as King. In our previous one, we were playing at Prince level. Normal game pace, standard, you know, the usual. And I have imported my own custom map. I call this custom map Egg and Moon. The RS is, I can't remember what abbreviation that stands for, but it's like a second version of the map that I made. The first version I tried and selected in the map creator thing to randomize all the resources, and it kind of put a whole horde of cows in one place, and that's not very balanced. So much food, so much cows, so much moo. Yeah. But the person who I'm going to be playing as, I'm not going to pick a random leader. I know exactly who I'm going to be playing as, and I am going to be playing as this person, the Zulus. Now, why do I want to play the Zulus? Well, because I just realized, I was playing a game as them the other day, and I realized that, oh my god, their units are so OP, and I just want to have a bit of fun with it. Now, as the Zulus, we get the special ability, the Ikwa. This gives us 50% less maintenance cost on all melee units, melee, whatever. And all units require 25% less experience to earn the next promotion. That is pretty good. I mean, 50% less maintenance, that means that you can have pretty much double the usual army of everyone else, provided of course they're all melee units. But the Zulus kind of make up with that with their special Impy unit. We'll also get more into that a bit later. They also have the Ikanda, or Lakanda, whichever, probably Ikanda, because that's probably capitalized I and capitalized L has you know, that thing at the bottom. Anyway, let's begin. Now I have made a few changes to the Egg and Moon. This guy's going to talk, but I think I'm just going to speak over him. I'm going to take my headphones off while I do this because I get distracted when he talks. Oh dear. Yeah, this map is kind of continental based. There's quite a few continents on here. I mean, you have the moon, and based off of our starting position, I kind of know where I am. As you can see, there's a few silk around here. And, well, let's just settle our city. This place is as good as any. It's on a forest grassland hill, and unfortunately because it's on a hill, that means we don't really get access to the windmill later on in the game. The windmill is actually quite a nice building. Let me see if I can show it to you. The windmill arrives in economics, and that gives +2 production just straight out, and then an extra 10% production when constructing buildings. That's a pretty good building if I do say so myself. Now the alternate version of the windmill I think is... oh, what is it? I can't remember. I know later on you can get access to, obviously, factories. You also get the hydro plants and the solar plants. The solar plant? Where's the solar plant? Hello? Solar plant? Is it in electricity? Police station? No, that's the hydro plant. Well, we get the solar plant eventually a bit later. Just trust me on this, okay? Is that it? No, I'm not going to spend the rest of the video trying to find that. Anyway, we're just going to settle our city here. Now, of course, we are the Zulus, so therefore we get... well, the Zulus are more focused on a domination victory, obviously, if you can't tell by the special effects that they have. And as for what to research, well, there's some silk down here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to research writing calendar, then I am going to go for bronze working. Why strike for bronze working? Because we get our unique building there, the Ikanda. And it gives unique promotions to all units that are pre-gunpowder. So we're just going to really start this off as normal. I don't actually know who else is in the list of players, but there's 9 other players. This is a large map, as you saw before. And we have started in the middle of a forest. There's a few open areas, which will help to give decent amount of food. But we can also cut down some of these forests in order to help with the production of some things. If we clear out some of this forest, then that will help us to get more stuff later, which is good because that will help us to build up our army sooner. So we haven't met anyone just yet, really. But yeah, I'm also a bit worried that the silk here is going to be a bit too OP. It shouldn't really be too OP. I mean, it only gives 1 food, 1 production, and 2 gold, and then when we build a plantation on it, I think it might increase the gold by 1. It does mean we'll have a pretty nice economy, but otherwise, nothing much really. Did I forget to make a flood? Never mind. I forgot to make a floodplain there, but hey, it's occupied by elephants. You can just say that the elephants trampled it. So we're going to start off with 2 scouts. And once we research pottery, we are wanting to get... well, I want to get the shrine. The shrine gives us faith, and faith would be excellent for increasing, well, our religion. And as the Zulus, that's a pretty smart idea. Now, as for where to obtain this map, I'm not actually distributing it yet, really. I'm still currently in the testing it out phase. I'm going to see how this game goes and try and see if there's anything I can upgrade or anything. Any way that I can update the map to make it a little bit more balanced. Obviously, this is my first map. And...
Ne, Chief Pocatello. Inaen Hanibidena. Ne Wasogo Bahandi.
We've met the Shoshone. The Shoshone are Native Americans. They don't have anything yet. They have pretty nice gold income, actually. They have higher gold income than we do. And they also start off with Pathfinders. So this is... oh, they're going to get ravaged by these barbarians, I hope. Let's see, do they get attacked? Please get attacked. I mean, that'd be pretty nice. Oh no, they didn't attack. That was like your perfect opportunity. These... Shoshone Pathfinder? That's a Pathfinder? No, that's not a Pathfinder. Anyway, we're wanting to find ancient ruins. Oh man, did I even remember to put ancient ruins on this map? I hope I did. That would be kind of bad if I forgot to place ancient ruins on the map. Oh well. I know certain games prefer not to have ancient ruins on the map simply because it provides too much of a luck element into the game. But it does seem like there are no ancient ruins. Normally I'd expect to encounter an ancient ruin by like turn 10 or something. Oh well. There's not really too much to be worried about. So we're starting off with 2 scouts. Why? Well, we're making use of the Zulu's special ability at the same time as exploring. Zulu's special ability, of course, is they pay half maintenance on all melee units. And last time I checked, scouts are considered to be melee units. I mean, they attack with... they're not even pointed sticks. They're just staves, I guess. But yeah. The fact that there are no ancient ruins means that the Shoshone don't really get their benefit, so that's kind of unfortunate for them. Provided, of course, that there are, in fact, no ancient ruins about. Should have actually moved on to that tile, would have gotten me a clearer view of the map. And... now, this is a bit biased towards me, obviously, because I kind of made the map. I know where most of the key features are, such as the natural wonders, where some of the important resources are. I mean, I don't have that clear a memory in order to identify which ones I have placed where. Like, for instance, I didn't know the stone was here, even though I might have manually placed that myself. So, we're still in the forested section. I do expect to find forested, or forest-biased people over here. Say, for instance, I think the Aztecs are forest-biased, or maybe they are jungle-biased. But the... Iroquois, that's them. I reckon the Iroquois would be present in this map. Oh, and we have met...
ben Willem van Oranje, stadhouder over de Nederlanden. Behoeft gij iets? Mij staat
This
nog
guy,
veel te
the
doen.
ruler of the Netherlands, I suppose. He is a kind of... Okay, the top half of his clothing look absolutely regal. The bottom half of his clothing, that looks like what he sleeps in. It even looks like he's wearing his slippers. I don't mean to be offensive to him, but he does look kind of ridiculous. Let's see, what does he have?
Ja?
He has 3 gold per turn, 44 gold. That's not much. I don't really expect anyone to have any resources at this point in time. Let's see, once we complete a shrine, I am going to want to go for a settler. Why a settler? Simply so that I can, you know, settle and get some more production. This place over here looks ripe with production. There's a whole bunch of hills here. There's also a whole bunch of food. There aren't any luxury resources nearby, I don't think, unless there's some down here. I should send my scout over here to explore that region. Now that barbarian camp that is right adjacent to, left adjacent to our capital, they're not going to really do much damage. You don't need to really worry about barbarians until... Ooh.
Shlam عليك. أنا داريهوش ملك ملكايا باريش ربا. لهم ثانية.
We have met Darius of Persia, or Darihush of Persia, as I think he says. Persia is an interesting nation. When I first started off, I always played as Persia, simply because I have a deep-founded respect for the ancient Persian Empire. And I remember previously, I think it might have been in one of my EU4 videos, I mentioned that I'm not really a fan of... No, that's not how I said it. Oh man, what did I say? I think I brought up the manner of the name of the Persian region, whether Persia itself is called Persia or if it's called Iran or something. And apparently from what I have read, and if it is true or not, I'm not saying I'm an authority on this or that I obtained this from respectable sources. I mean, I just have no reason to disbelieve it, so I'm just going to believe it until someone tells me otherwise, I suppose. I mean, I have no way of finding it out for myself, so probably best not to worry about it. But apparently the Greeks called Persia, called Iraq, Persia. That was the Greco name, or Grecian name. However, oh wow, voice crack, haha. However, the Persians themselves actually called their land Iraq. And then up until fairly recently, I mean like within the last few centuries or so, we have started to call them Iraq instead of Persia. I will say, I prefer the name Persia, but hey, you don't have to change the name of a entire country just because I want it to be. I mean, that's kind of selfish on my part, don't you think? And I'd much rather them call themselves whatever they like. So, we are still exploring over here. If I recall, this area is going to end up in a dead end. I am a little surprised at the actual size of the map. Obviously, when you're creating the map, you don't actually see it in this view. You see it more in sort of like a view akin to this. Obviously, much more zoomed out and you can see much more things. Well, you can see the entire map, actually, as if everything is revealed. But let's just march on down to here, and it seemed like there are indeed no ancient ruins, which kind of sucks, in fact. We have met a city-state, but it seemed like so have the Netherlands, so we're not going to get a major bonus from them, but it would still be nice. Yellow border with red inside, I believe that is indeed Persia. So Shoshone want to sell a embassy. Sorry, they want to buy an embassy. Sure, why not? Extra income. I don't really need to worry about the Shoshone too much, I don't think. I mean, I'm the Zulus. Once I start getting my, the impies out, that's pretty much GG. As soon as I get the impies, which exist in civil service, I'll also want optics and astronomy. Yes, I'll want astronomy, because then I can cross the ocean over to the other islands, in which there are no doubt other civilizations. So this is the Persian homeland. It's a fairly decent distance away from me. There is another problem over here, that there's kind of a lack of luxury resources. There's some fur over here, 1, 2. That is indeed within workable range of our main capital, but it will take us a little bit of time to advance to that area. So we have met Genoa. They are a... What are you? You are a mercantile? Is that yeah, mercantile. So if we befriend them and ally them, they'll give us access to their resources and also then increase our happiness extra. Obviously, the more resource diversity you have, the more happiness you actually obtain from it. So Darius wants to sell an embassy as well. Sure, extra income for me. And I'm not really too concerned about them attacking me, really. Now we're going to get our next social policy within 5 turns. And what I want to do with the social policies is I obviously want to go down tradition route, because then it'll give me increased training of settlers and increased tile speed working, if that made sense. It increases the speed at which my workers work on tiles, so we have to spend less time actually worrying about tile improvements, and we can upgrade our tiles much more effectively. So the Netherlands also want an embassy. This is pretty much all the people that we've met. Let's see, Pocatello, Darius I, William, and myself are the only civilizations that I am aware of. I'd be pretty, well, I'd be pretty, like, worried if... Oh, really? Okay, so just so you guys know, there's actually something very interesting out off the coast over here. And it looks like Darius has actually spawned right next to it, which is really fortunate for Darius. We might want to take over Darius first. Provided, of course, that the Shoshone don't live down here or are providing too much of a major threat. Let's see, 4 turns to reach here. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Now, it seemed like the Netherlands didn't spawn next to marsh or near marsh. This is another thing that I'm a bit concerned about on custom maps. I'm not sure if the start bias is actually operational or not. So it seems like Darius has workers already. I am tempted to go and attack Darius just so that we can steal that worker, but it might mean the death of our dude. And without our dude, our scout dude, we've moved him into the city anyway, so that's fine. How did he already get a worker? Did they start with a worker on this difficulty? I don't think they start off with a worker in this difficulty. I think they just start off with an extra soldier, at least. Now, on the score list, we are actually in last place by quite a bit. There's like 12, 15 difference between myself and the second lowest player. But of course, the score doesn't really insinuate too much. Okay, I'm just looking here. It says that the average food surplus in all of our cities from this dude in 4th place all the way down to 10th place is 0. Now, I'm wondering if that's because they are all also making a settler. Because I am making a settler, and if you don't know, while you're creating a settler, your city can't grow. I have no idea why. I mean, somebody might be able to explain it to me, but that just seems to be how it is. Now, I really would like to place random resources, or enable random resources on this map again, simply so that the ancient ruins would appear. But let's go and take our liberty first. Did I say we're going tradition? No, we're going liberty. I can't remember if earlier I accidentally said we're going tradition or not. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go republic, then collective rule. Once we have done that, and it seems like we are still making the calendar. After the calendar, we should be working on mining and bronze working. We are. So once you're done with the settler, start working on a... Oh no, I want you to make a shrine. Oh, you already have a shrine. Fair enough. I am foregoing the Great Library. This is something that a lot of people will probably be raging at me about when they see this. And like, oh my god, you have the opportunity to get the Great Library. You should so do it, man. You don't know what you're missing out on. In fact, I do know what I'm missing out on. I'm missing out on a Great Scientist point, and I am missing out on a free technology. as well. And a free library as well, on which you don't have to pay maintenance cost on. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Now, our Pantheon, believe... Let's see, what is decent here? +2 faith from Gems and Pearls? No. Happiness from Cities on Rivers? No. Where is it? Which one do I want? I could go for God of Craftsmen. +1 productions in cities with population of 3. That could be highly beneficial, in fact. That'll aid our production of men, of warriors. Yeah, let's do that, in fact. I actually think that this starting position might have been a much better starting position for the Netherlands in their current position. And of course, I would quite like to have started in the Netherlands starting area as well. But hey, at least we have a decent amount of clear fields around us. I mean, look at all the food over here. That is just... well, that's quite a lot of food, in fact. Now, we are coming to the end of the episode. I am going to finish my very next turn, and then I'm going to end the episode. And we still haven't met anyone else. I wonder how many people are in fact on the quote-unquote egg continent. As you can see, judging by the curvature of this map and the fact that of this terrain, you can probably guess that this terrain here is, or this continent here, is actually the moon. Now, if we move our dude one more square up, we should discover the Rock of Gibraltar. Now, in an earlier rendition, I actually had this closer to the shore, and I thought, no, I want cities to work to get there, and not just get it for free. For instance, fortunate or fortuitous civilizations like Persia in this instance, who spawn right next to it. Anyway guys, that'll be it for this turn. I thank you for watching this very new series of Civilization 5 where we're playing as the Zulus. As mentioned before, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the Russia campaign or not. I very well might do, in fact. But please do enjoy this series as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.